Mathematicians. Today we are on lesson 9.9 in your Go Math book, Practice Time to the Hour and Half Hour on page 405. And our question is this: how do you know whether to draw and write time to the hour or half hour? Okay, circle the clock that matches the problem. Okay, Barbara goes to school. Nope, sorry, she goes to the store at 8 o'clock. Okay. Circle the clock that shows 8 o'clock. Okay, which one is it? Well, I know that if I'm at o'clock, then my minute hand has to be pointing to the 12. And this has to be exactly on the 8 hour, 8 o'clock. So I know that it's this one. It can't be this one because this one's in between the 8 and 9, so it's 8 and it's here, 8:30. Okay. Next problem. Barbara takes Ria for a walk at 1:30. Circle the clock that shows 1:30. Let's look at this one. Ooh. My hour hand is pointing to the 12. You do get to write 12 for the hour, just not for the minutes when it's pointing to the 12. Okay, 12, and then my minute hand is pointing to the 12 as well, so I know it's o'clock, 12 o'clock. Okay, that does not show 1:30, so I'm going to cross that out. Then here I have my hour hand, my short hand's exactly on 1, and then my minute hand is to the 12, which is o'clock. So nope, 1 o'clock, that's not it. Okay, and here I have, my hour hand is in between the 1 and the 2, but it's still in the 1 zone. So I'm going to say it's 1, and then the minute hand is pointing to the 6, which means 30. So it has to be 1, that's the hour, 30. Okay, so it is this one. We have our answer. Okay, where should you draw the minute hand to show the time? Remember, okay, it's 9 o'clock. We have our hour hand pointing to the 9. Remember that our minute hand has to point to the 12 o'clock. Okay, now 9:30. We have our hour hand in between 9 and 10. And I know that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, this represents 30. So I know my minute hand has to point to the 30. Okay, let's try 3 of these, and then the rest you're going to do on your own. Use the hour hand to write the time. Draw the minute hand. Okay, this is pointing, this is our hour hand directly at the 4. So I know the hour is 4 o'clock. And if it's 4 o'clock, if it's pointing directly at the 4, it has to be 4 o'clock. Okay, 4 o'clock. Okay, my hour hand on this one is in between the 11 and the 12, but it's in the 11 zone, so it's still, the hour is 11. And since it's in between the 11 and the 12, I know it's halfway, so my minute hand is halfway as well. It's at the 30 mark. 30 minutes, 11:30. Okay, last one, mathematicians, before your turn. My hour hand is pointing between the 6 and the 7, but it's still in the 6 zone. So it's the hour is 6. And since it's halfway, I know that my minute hand has to point to the 6, halfway, 30 mark. So it's 6:30. 30 minutes have passed. Okay, your turn.